So you see, you just want to,
You gotta go all the way to 11.
you just want to kind of ring the individual plants with it. There's no need to spread it through here since we don't have anything growing there.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Seal in soil moisture, also to block out weeds. So yeah, let's double it like that, Michaela. You want to kind of two layers, and you can just kind of fit that in between those two plants right there. It might fit almost perfectly. Look at that. Okay. Now, Nate, if you'll come behind and throw just enough mulch on that so that it won't blow away.
Is this to block out the weeds or the cold?
It's mostly for weeds and to keep soil moisture in. Fungal diseases, the spores live in the soil, and the way they infect the plants is from rain splashing on the soil and the soil splashing up onto the plant leaves. So this, you've got sterile pine bark, and you prevent some of those soil microorganisms from getting up onto the plants. So it's got a three-level purpose. Most importantly is weed blockage. But right on the heels of that is sealing in moisture so that it doesn't evaporate in the heat. And then third behind that is also some protection you get from diseases. We will also do this with cucumbers and with squash, and you don't worry about the disease factor so much. But for squash, this deters some of the bugs that like to eat squash. They don't like to crawl on that.
So we're just taking off this remade cloth right now, and what this does is kind of covers the garden when things get a little bit colder at night. So we've had a couple of cold spots even though it's April, but the whole point of this is just kind of protect the spring plants, and we have some tomatoes under here. We can see that they're hopefully looking pretty good. So far so good. Here we have a cloche we made out of a milk carton, and it just gives it that extra little protection. Another tomato plant looks super healthy even though we had 30-40 degree weather yesterday. So she's looking good. This is just the final look of the mulch over here. We can kind of see the newspaper, but we want to keep that covered. And the reason why we do this is to keep weeds from going in and overtaking the tomato plants. It also helps to retain the soil moisture, and it also prevents diseases that are in the soil from splashing up onto the tomato plants when watering.